Hey, welcome back to another episode of CX Riot Radio, where we talk about customer experience and stuff, still in a hyper caffeinated state. I'm David, I'm the caffeinated CXO, and I'm the host at CX Riot Radio. And this is the last episode of the year, the last episode of 2026. Isn't that fun, boys and girls? That's right. So if you're new here, welcome. Glad to have you with us. If you're a return viewer and or listener, welcome back. How you doing? Now, a lot of people's episodes this week are going to be about predictions for CX. But that's boring. And the predictions are going to be the same as every other year, only maybe slightly more AI centric, which would be weird considering last year's were also very AI centric. Well, we're not going to bore you with any of that. Today, we're going to talk about something else. And I'll just dive right in because why not? But before I dive in, we have books, we have merch, we have this, that, and the other, all down on the link tree, down in the show notes, down in the summary section. So click on that and help me support the show and help me make the show grow. That's right. Now we can start. That's right. So, as we all know, your brand is not your logo. Your brand is not your trucks. Your brand is not your website, your slogan, or the little motivational posters on the wall. No. Your brand, your reputation, the way the market actually feels about you, it's built by the people you probably pay the least. It's the person answering the phone. It's the dispatcher keeping the wheels from falling off. It's the laborer digging the ditches. They are the voice. They are the memory. They are the story that the customers tell after. And if that makes you uncomfortable, that's good. So we're talking to the leaders today. We're talking to the leaders of these companies. So most home services companies invest heavily in marketing budgets, brand consultants, equipment, software, their fleet, and they invest minimally in call center staff, dispatch, customer experience training, and frontline development. The people who carry the entire company reputation on their backs. We call CSRs entry level. We call dispatch office support. And we call the laborers field resources. But if the phone stops getting answered, revenue falls. If dispatch collapses, technician morale collapses. If the laborers don't perform well, loyalty collapses. And yet, these roles are often underpaid, undervalued, undeveloped, and unprotected. And the company wonders why reviews suffer. Well, it's not a mystery, is it? You train the people who are the brand the least and somehow expected the best from them. That's a leadership problem, not a people problem. So, a customer never experiences your company as an org chart. It doesn't it doesn't experience the company as a spreadsheet. They don't see your EBITDA. They don't see your P&L. They don't see your bonus structure. They experience the tone of voice on the phone, the clarity of communication, the respect in and outside their home, and the way problems get handled. Everything else to them is background noise. Your lowest paid employees define trust, confidence, perceived professionalism, customer loyalty, whether they call you again. That's the truth. And it means one thing: your business rises and falls with the quality, support, confidence, and treatment of your front line, whether you like it or not. Now, there's a lot of words for CX or customer service leadership, right? A lot of people are still banding around the terms like customer centric, things like that. Talking about CX leadership. It's all right. It's all right. So, what does that mean? In the home services industry, CX leadership has to be operational, it has to be human, it has to be blue collar, they have to relate to people, and it has to be reality based. A little bit different than a lot of other industries, huh? So, and CX leadership in the home services must focus on four core responsibilities. We're going to go over the four right now. The first one, the first responsibility is protect the front line. A real CX leader says, my job is to protect the humans delivering the experience. That means making staffing decisions that don't burn people out, creating policies that support empathy, and real empathy, not the fake, canned, scripted kind. Stopping the spread of short-sighted pressure, fighting for fair pay and tools, giving CSRs and dispatchers dignity. You don't build five-star culture by squeezing people dry, in other words. You build it by creating an environment where they can actually do great work. The second responsibility is to translate customer reality to leadership. Your CSRs and dispatchers know exactly what's wrong in your company. They hear the frustration, they hear the broken promises, and they hear what customers really think. So a strong CX leader in the home services listens to the front line, they aggregate patterns, they bring receipts to leadership, and they push for systemic fixes. Not band-aids, not just be nicer on the phones, guys. Actual operational improvement. Most problems labeled customer service problems are actually leadership problems dressed up in polite language. The third responsibility is to build doctrine, not scripts. Scripts create robots. Doctrine creates confident professionals. Doctrine says, this is how we think, this is how we treat people, this is how we show ownership, this is how we communicate clearly. Employees need principles, not word for word obedience, because humanity doesn't live inside a script. And when someone's home is flooded, they don't need a script. They need a human. The fourth responsibility is develop people like they matter. In most shops, technicians get ride along training, managers get leadership books, executives go to conferences, CSRs get, here's the phone, good luck. That's fucking crazy. A CX leader creates coaching plans, career paths, skill ladders, recognition systems, and feedback loops so people see a future, not just a chair and a headset. Retention improves, morale improves, customer outcomes improve. Yeah, it's kind of funny how that works. So, those are the 4 responsibilities for a CX leader in the home services industry. So, but people don't remain loyal to brands. They stay loyal to experiences that consistently made them feel safe, respected, and supported. That happens on the phone, in the driveway, and at the kitchen table, not in the accounting department, not in the marketing agency. And when things go wrong, loyalty is either built or destroyed. Service recovery is a pure human skill. You need ownership, empathy, tone, clarity, follow through, all frontline, all human. And yet, we too often staff these roles like commodities instead of professionals. The contradiction is the core leadership failure in the trades. So, because it's the end of the year, right? And we have a whole year ahead of us, hopefully. Let's talk about AI, just like everybody else. Is AI replacing jobs? Not if you're doing it right. And I'm going to echo all the vendors, all the gurus, all those other people and say AI's rightful place is augmentation, not displacement. AI should reduce friction, pull data, summarize calls, log details, create reminders, automate repetitive admin, and surface answers faster. AI should not replace human connection, remove accountability, pretend to care, become the customer's first emotional contact point. AI should make humans better humans, and it can free CSRs from typing, digging for info, repeating processes, manual documentation, so they can do the part that only humans can do, which is build trust, calm chaos, and guide decisions. AI should hold the clipboard, not the conversation. And CX leadership must own that boundary. Yeah, I said it. Boy. So, what's the real cost of neglecting the front line? When leadership undervalues the front line, here's what happens: turnover rises, morale drops, reviews suffer, technicians burn out, dispatch tension explodes, customer trust erodes, marketing ROI plummets, and then leaders blame recruiting, the economy, customers, the market, competition, instead of looking in the mirror. Because the truth is simple: if your front line doesn't feel valued, your customers won't either. Humans cannot give what they don't receive. So, you want real reputation? Let's talk about it. Do this: pay fairly, train deeply, lead clearly, create doctrine. We talked about that. Protect your people, align incentives with integrity, make your company the place where CSRs don't feel disposable, dispatchers feel supported, technicians feel backed up, leadership listens, and customers feel seen. That's the brand, not your fucking billboards. So here's the New Year's leadership audit. Yeah. Ask yourself, if my lowest paid employees vanish tomorrow, would my business collapse? If the answer is yes, they are not entry level. They are mission critical. Treat them that way. So the trades are evolving, as is every other industry, right? AI, automation, rising expectations, more competition, but this won't change, right? Trust will always be human. The companies that win will be the ones who use AI as a tool, honor people, train deeply, operate with clarity, respect blue collar dignity, and who finally recognize that the call center, the dispatcher, and the field are not the tail end of the business. They are the business. So, as we step into a new year, 2026, my challenge to everyone listening, before you buy another lead, invest in your people. Before you redesign your trucks, redesign your training. Before you hire another consultant, sit with your call center team. Ask them what customers are really saying. Listen, protect, develop. Honor the people who actually carry your reputation, because your brand, your legacy, your future is being built today by the people you probably pay the least. And they deserve leaders worthy of that responsibility. Happy New Year. And thanks for tuning in to CX Riot Radio. Like, comment, share the show so we can make the show grow and all that. CX Riot Radio signing